Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to the third installation of the Essential Brimstone smokes. And today we'll be going over the map Bind. And I also want to say thank you so much for the support on these past videos. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And let's get started. All right, now starting things off, I just want a quick reminder for everyone. Make sure that you are close enough to sites to be able to smoke the way I'm showing. I'm standing in certain locations for a reason. Now, first, we're going to start over here in showers on A, or bath on A, whatever you want to call it. So this smoke is going to require you to take some control, and this is smoking off site for a quick plant from showers. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Now, first, we want to smoke off short here and U-Haul. That's a highly contested area. Then I want to smoke heaven. I want to smoke heaven no matter what. I don't want to leave any possibility of seeing over a smoke or something weird happening. And then I want to smoke off back site. Now, when you're coming out of here, you always got to check the corners. Left corner, little rare of a spot, but up here on these boxes is a huge problem. As long as you're looking up here, you should be good. And this sets up a nice spot for a plant for showers. This is great for like eco rushes. The only problem is this area here is a little wide, so you just have to be careful of how you put the smokes down. So we have another option for a shower smoke. Now this smoke is a little bit different, and it's just going to be about taking over the site, and it's going to give you sort of this entire side of the site from showers. The one thing it doesn't really do is it doesn't cover some of the corners up here on this catwalk next to heaven. So you just have to be careful here. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you great vision of sight, but it's going to leave you a little bit exposed to some angles as the smokes aren't always wide enough to cover. However, this is a great smoke if you want to push out into sight more, maybe get a deeper plant, or maybe you're looking to push through smokes. Sometimes putting smokes in these chokes can allow you to sort of sneak through unnoticed and go for some different angles for your defense. All right, let's talk about A short smokes. Now, A short is an extremely important part of the map. This is where a lot of action takes place. A lot of people are going to be peeking from the left and right side of this. You're going to have to deal with U-Haul. You're going to have to deal with people on these boxes, in this cubby here, around the corner. So I have a smoke that I like to use to help take a site fast. Obviously, you have to play with your team on this, or this just doesn't work. What we do is you smoke U-Haul here. This is the smoke I found works the best for me. I cover the corner. I cover the box. Works pretty well. Then I'm going to throw a smoke right here, and then right here. This smokes off U-Haul, so whoever's here is going to probably rotate behind. It also completely smokes off sight. You can throw this a little deeper, but this smoke here, I should say, really blocks off the rest of sight. It's pretty hard for heaven to see you once you get down here, but as you may have noticed, it was pretty clear that heaven could see you. So sometimes what I do is I will throw this U-Haul smoke, and then I will smoke right here, and then I will smoke right here. This smoke actually lands on top of this like truck thing. We've got U-Haul, we have here, and now we also have the shower smoke. So anyone hiding on those boxes, this could have been thrown a little bit better. Won't be able to see you. Remember, you're running in here for the plant, so you're not lollygagging around. That is a very quick way to take this close sight spot. And remember, you're planting for the short and you're planting for a U-Haul hold. Now, if you were able to get close enough, or you can also throw this smoke from shower. So let me quickly run over to shower. I just want to show you how this works. You can also smoke if your bomb carrier is short. You can throw a smoke back here to U-Haul. You can then smoke off heaven. And then you can also smoke off the site. This allows for your player over here to push up without worrying about U-Haul, and allows the players in shower to take these fights on anyone who might be creeping through these smokes, and to watch for the U-Haul rotate after they've been smoked off. So remember, you can definitely use Brimstone without the bomb and smoke off sites for your teammates from more advantageous angles. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you're smoking from back here, which is where a lot of these pushes start, you can't actually see heaven. So you do have to get creative with how you place these smokes. And as you can see, these give you, that's a really nice block for heaven there as well. But you do have to use more resources. Okay, up next, we're going to be talking about smoking off B. Now, the first smokes are going to require Hookah Control. This is called Hookah here on the map. It just says B window. So, Hookah is pretty difficult to take. A lot of the times you're going to want to AoE this side of the sort of entrance here, because a lot of people are holding this room in this corner on the box. But once you have control, you have some great options here. First, I always recommend smoking off elbow. This area here is called elbow. I'm going to throw a smoke right here, as it makes sure that no one can creep around this box and get down here through the smoke safely. Then we have to choose what we want to smoke here, and it's really important that you pay attention. We can either smoke off CT, which is great mainly for after plant, and I'm going to explain why. What I actually want to do is I want to smoke off right here, and I want to smoke off right here. Let me show you what this looks like. So first of all, a player playing from CT or rotating is not going to be able to see us once we get down on a site. Anyone elbow is blocked off, and anyone hiding in sight or inside of this little structure here will not be able to see our plant. This means we can plant pretty safely here, and we can plant pretty safely here. I'm going to recommend this plant if you have players stacked up at long or maybe playing U-Haul. This plant here is more for someone playing inside of window or in hookah. Okay, option number 2 for a hookah smoke for B site is, once again, we're smoking off elbow, we're going to smoke off CT, and we are going to smoke off cubby. I hate trying to kill people in this cubby angle. They have a really nice crossfire on people crossing, so I'm going to block that off, and I'm going to play this angle here. So this means your team needs to be checking this angle. A lot of people play behind this box here, but as long as you work with your team, you guys can make your way up the site and get this plant easily every time. And also, obviously, if you're playing Brimstone, you can throw a molly down here as well. Alright guys, so we have a few options for long smokes. I prefer coming out of hookah personally, but honestly the jump out of hookah can get you killed sometimes because your feet have to leave the ground, so you're not accurate. So you have some great options here. Once again, we're always smoking elbow, but now we have a choice. Do we care more about CT and rotators, or do we care about sight? I mainly like to take sight control and make sure I have it 100%, because this smoke also stops rotators from being able to see you, but it does not stop rotators coming out of CT and getting onto sight behind the smokes. So there's a give and a take there. You have to choose what you want. This is going to allow for a clear plant back guarding from long, which is exactly where you're coming from. So generally, that's what I would advise. Your second option here is to do an elbow smoke, a CT smoke, and a cubby smoke. This assumes you have hookah control as well. You're going to be able to come out, clear your angles, and then finally, you're going to clear these boxes here, and once again, you have a safe plant. Now remember, when you're going here, your team should be watching with you to get the easy trades. This is just a great way to make sure people don't rotate, because what your team can do after they clear this is they can clear the rest of the site while you're planting. Now, I also want to talk about a quick rush smoke. If you are just trying to get a plant off really quick and you don't have time to worry, you could throw your normal elbow smoke and make a quick wall of smokes here so no one can see you, run on a site, and get a quick plant like this. This is a great option if your whole team is stacked up long, because you're cutting off almost the entire site, and you're just going to run in here and hope no one shoots you. This is a great thing to do on stuff like eco rounds. Now, you might be wondering what to do when you don't have full control over like the attacker's side of things. A lot of the times you're not going to have control of hookah. So what you can actually do is you can smoke out the window as a perfectly valid strategy, by the way. And then you can smoke short, and then I would also smoke off the cubby here. And I would completely smoke it so that when they come out like this, they can't see from that angle. This is a great way to just have one focus on sight, and you can start using like AoE abilities like mollies and things like that to really block people off, because a lot of the times when you're on these pushes, you're not going to have control of everything. So by limiting the amount of angles you can get shot from, it really allows for a lot of easy plays, especially if you do things fast. Speed is a big factor here, and it's one of the biggest problems you'll see at lower ranks in Valorant, is that people just don't go fast enough. These smokes only last 15 seconds, and a lot of the times I'm trying to explain things in these videos, and they don't even last long enough to really see what happens. And it really is indicative of how quick you have to move in the game. But this is another great option to take sight from long without hookah control. All right, guys, that's going to conclude the video for the essential smokes to take sites on the map Bind. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching all these videos and all the support you've given me. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, and peace.